What's up, y'all? We back at it with the latest two episodes of Maul Shadow Lord. Now, I'm starting to notice a pattern when it comes to this show. It's where the first episode is you know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. It could be boring in some parts. It seems like every episode, well, every time we get a bunch of episodes, the first one is like that, and then the second one is what hooks you in, where you're like, "Damn, man, I gotta keep watching. I gotta see what happens next." Because we get episode 5 and 6, you know what I'm saying, today, and episode 5 for me, it wasn't all that. In fact, to be honest with you guys, it was some parts where I was actually kind of bored. Where you had Devin and her, you know what I'm saying, her master. They go hide out at the cop's house. Cop comes there. You see that a Inquisitor showed up, and the Inquisitor used him to get to the Jedi. That's pretty much all we got for the first episode. And I don't know, it just felt drawn out. It wasn't all that for me, to the point where I'm like, I don't even know if I should watch the second episode, which was episode 6, or if I should wait and just binge watch them all once the series is done. But then episode 6 starts, and we get this right here, where we have Maul, just training, doing different lightsaber styles. And I thought this was amazing. This is something, you know what I'm saying, I loved. I really love seeing him do these different styles. It kind of reminds me of like the books that you used to read for Star Wars back in the day. For those who did read them, those books were pretty badass. But yeah, that's what this part right here really reminded me of. And then the music that they had playing in the background while he's doing these different, saying sword stances and moves. And I was just like, yo, I need more of this. Like, this shit had me like, I gotta see what this episode got going on. I gotta see what happens. But you have him actually doing this at the start of the episode, and I feel like for me, like, this was just nice. In fact, they probably could have put this part right here at the beginning of episode 5, and it would have made episode 5 just. Like, put it this way, episode 5 to me was like a 4, maybe 5 out of 10. You would have added this scene to it, it would have been a good 8 out of 10. This scene alone had me just amped for this episode. And then the rest of the episode delivered as well. So you have it where, the Inquisitor actually comes with the Empire to, you know what I'm saying, figure out where Maul is, to see if Maul is actually there. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm thinking to myself, like, you have the android of the cop just pretty much saying, like, yo, thinking, not saying what he did was wrong. I would have decommissioned his ass. I would have took that robot to the back and just it would have been over. I don't know. He just start hurting himself. That's exactly what I would have said. But anyway, you have it where we get to the point where the Inquisitor comes after these guys, and you got like this lightsaber duel that's going on between the Inquisitor and Devin, as well as her master, which is, I believe his name is Daki, if I'm not mistaken. But you have that actually going on. I thought that was a pretty dope battle. It was a little quick battle right here, as you can see, where they're fighting and clashing swords. And I don't know, I enjoyed this battle right here. I enjoy seeing it. And it's crazy to think that Daki is actually injured right here. He's facing off against this guy injured, and he's doing all this against, against this Inquisitor. So shout out to him for being able to be this good while actually injured. If you ask me, it's just a test and show of his strength. I thought it was pretty good, having him battle this Inquisitor. Now, I don't know how strong this particular Inquisitor is, but I feel like this whole battle with him was amazing. But then you got this scene where, towards the end of this episode, where, they get separated. Daki is stuck with the cop, and Devin is stuck with the cop's child. I can't remember his name either. But you have it where, she's facing off against the Inquisitor alone on this train. And this whole train scene right here was just, it was epic, man. Just them going blow to blow, blow for blow, fighting one another. Like, this shit right here was goated. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And you have it where the Inquisitor was getting the upper hand on Devin, and the Inquisitor asks, like, yo, where is Maul? And then you just have Maul standing there saying, I'm here. Like, this shit I don't know, man. I just thought this was a great moment. Like, this whole episode, I would say, is probably the best episode of this series so far. I think we got a total of 8 episodes, which means next week should be the end. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a total of 8. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But yeah, this scene between Maul and the Inquisitor, oh man, I really loved it. And in fact, man, and then you have it where Devin sees what's going on, and she actually gets involved, and it just makes me like, is the enemy of my enemy my friend? or my enemy. And I love like when series give you that like thought process where you can understand why they would work together, even though they're enemies. You can understand why they would work together because the Empire is just that big of a threat. And I like it, man. I don't know, her jumping in right here, helping Maul out. It's a 2-on-1 battle. You got it with the Inquisitor looking like, yo, Maul, you working with a Jedi? You working with a Jedi? I don't know. I just really enjoy that. And then what really stole this episode. Now I will say the stuff with Maul at the beginning stole the episode for me. The train fight was a pleasant surprise as well. But this right here was just as good. You got this at the end of the episode where the Inquisitor is talking to someone, and we all know who it is. It could be one or two people, either the Emperor or Vader. And just by the stance, I'm gonna say it was. I'm gonna say it was the Emperor. At least that's just what I feel like it's the Emperor. I mean, but like I said, it could be Vader. So in the next episode, we could have Vader come into the planet because now they are aware that two Jedi are there as well as Maul. Or we may actually get it where, you know what I'm saying, we get it where, well, I can't see the Emperor actually coming there. So I feel like it's going to be more so Vader that comes. But it looks like this, the final two episodes, if they are the final two episodes, is going to be something pretty damn big. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this episode. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you like the video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, man.